Hey guys, so if you saw yesterday's video, I talked about the NYX Lip Lingerie liquid lipsticks, and today's video is going to be about the NYX Liquid Suede cream lipsticks. So, two NYX videos right in a row. Alright, so in case you haven't noticed, I am on a liquid lipstick kick, or rather obsession, I think. Liquid lipsticks have been around for quite a while now, and I've always loved them, but I feel like I'm peaking right now with my obsession of them because honestly, I want to try them all. Alright, so let's get to the subject at hand here. I'm kind of psyched up and in a weird mood today because technically it is still winter, but it's supposed to be 70 degrees today. So hence the short sleeve shirt. I'm so ready for the warm weather to come. This has been a mild winter, and technically it's not over yet, but yet it's going to be room temperature outside today. So I can't wait. Anyway, so, NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick. I'm just going to give you some backstory on these. These have been out for a while. These are not new. However, when they first came out, what was it, last summer, I would say, I bought one, and I wanted to get something a little different instead of buying the same kind of colors that I always buy. So I bought the coral one, not the orange one, the coral one. There's an orange and a coral. The coral one is called Life's a Beach, and in the tube it just looked like a pretty coral color, and so I bought it, I took it home, I put it on, and I was horrified because this was the brightest, most shocking coral color I've ever seen in my life, and it looked like hell on me. It really looked bad. Now, I might have expected that from the orange one, but not the coral one. Usually I can pull off a coral, but I can't pull off orange. But it looked so bad that I rushed right back to Ulta and returned it because I knew I would never want to wear that again. But what I didn't take into consideration was, yeah, the color looked really bad on me, but what about the formula? Well, it's so hard to judge the formula of a lip product when you really hate the way it looks on your lips. I mean, how can you say really? Unless it's a color that's gonna work for you, or even something that's just sort of so-so, I didn't even want to judge it. So that put me off it so bad that I didn't even try any of the other colors. So I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, well, that was dumb because maybe I would like the formula. So I bought two more colors this time, and I got what I have in my lips right now, which is Tea and Cookies. And this is a rose. I would say it's a cool rose. And this is the type of color that normally suits me very well. So I figured that was safe. And I also got one that's not the most flattering on me, and that is Sandstorm. And this is a nude, but it's not a nude that really looks very good on me. But I wouldn't say that it's horrible like the coral one was, but not great either. But I will probably wear this anyway, even though it's not that flattering, because I don't know, I'm really into nudes lately. I don't know why or what's going on, but I go through phases with colors. So I got one that was safe, that I knew would work for me, and then I got one that's kind of trendy, I guess. Yeah, nudes are very trendy right now. So these are $7 each, just like the lip lingeries. Same exact amount of product in the package. Even though the package looks a little bigger, it still contains the exact same amount of product, which is 0.13 fluid ounces or 4 milliliters. And I love the caps on these. the caps have kind of a subtle sparkly thing going on, kind of like a fake gemstone, and it's like a black fake gemstone. But yeah, when you hold these up, they look like they would have more product than the lip lingeries, but they do not. Same amount of product. Now, as far as the applicator goes, the applicator is very similar to the lip lingerie. It's flat and it's long, and for my personal taste, I'm not wild about the applicator. I prefer something that is a little bit thicker, larger, that has more bristles on it. That's just a preference though with me. So it's a doe foot applicator, but it's very flat and long. So I would prefer it to be a little shorter and a little thicker. It might even be the same applicator that's in the lip lingerie. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think it might be the same. To me, they look like they're the same size. Okay, formula. The formula is very similar to the lip lingerie. I don't think it's exactly the same though. When I apply this, it's just a little bit easier, I think, to apply than the lip lingerie. I feel like this has a slight, and I mean slightly thicker texture to it. It's a tad bit more moussey. The lip lingerie is also a moussey type formula, but this one is just a hair more moussey and applies just a tiny little bit easier. Therefore, with the lip lingerie, you probably should use a lip liner if you want a great application. With this one, you might be able to get away with it without using a liner. Yesterday, I applied this, the same one that I have on today. I applied it with nothing on my lips. Oh, I do moisturize my lips about 20 minutes before I apply any lip product. So there's that. But I didn't put any liner on, and it was pretty easy to put on and worked well. Today what I did was I lined and filled in my lips, and it was easier. I feel like the liner holds it in place a lot better. If you don't have a liner on, you may get some issues with the product going outside your lines a little bit, and I think that's true with both of these products. And as far as transfer goes, the one that I showed you yesterday, the lip lingerie that I showed you yesterday in that brown color, I got a little bit of transfer because it was a deep dark shade. These, well, I just happen to have a glass of water here, so let me demonstrate. So this obviously is not a deep dark shade, it's a light, more muted shade, although this color is a little bit brighter in person than it's appearing on camera. So take that into consideration if this is something that you're interested in. Okay, I've got a tiny bit of transfer, but it's so slight that I don't think it's the amount of transfer that would bother somebody. Now let's do a kiss test. Same thing. It's so slight. Of course, keep in mind I did just transfer some product to the glass, but there is a tiny amount coming off on my hand. But it's good, okay? It's not like the amount of transfer that's going to drive you crazy. But then again, I do have a liner on underneath this. And like I said, this is Tea and Cookies. The liner that I used, in case you're curious and you're looking for a good liner for this, the liner that I used is by CoverGirl. It's from their Lip Perfection line, and it's in the shade Beloved. So this is a really great matchup for this color. This CoverGirl liner, I have two CoverGirl liners right now, and I end up reaching for them a lot. So their shade range for their lip liners is good. Just a little side note there. Okay, let's see, what else can I tell you about this? I've got some notes here. I just want to make sure that I tell you everything. Oh, with the lip lingerie yesterday, I had put on one coat and then I went back and added just a little tiny bit more to give it full opacity. You don't have to do that with this. Of course, this isn't a deep dark color, so keep that in mind. But I did just put a little bit more on just to see like how it would perform. And I feel like this isn't really that buildable. So if you start adding more to this, it is going to mess it up, because what happens is you put on your one coat, it starts to dry, you start to put a little more on, and then it starts to like pill a little bit because it's drying. So I would say if you wanted to add more, wait until it's completely dry before you try to do that. But honestly, you don't really have to add more because you can get full opacity with this particular pink shade with one coat. And the other shade, Sandstorm, it was the same thing. I only needed to put one coat on to get full opacity. So if you don't want to take any chances of messing it up, don't put more than one coat on. Honestly, it doesn't need it, so there's really no reason to do that. You will get the color in the tube just by putting one coat on. Okay, so swatches. Even though I have this on my lips, I'm still going to swatch this because my lips are a color, so what you're getting is the color of the product on top of my lip color, which sometimes you'll get a variation with that. Oh, smell. I didn't talk about smell. These have a very, very slight chemical smell. And did I talk about smell in yesterday's video with the lip lingerie? I think they have the exact same smell. Yeah, it's just a very, very slight chemical smell, and as soon as it dries, that will go away. So no worries there. And it's not strong, obnoxious, make you sick type thing. It's just ever so slight. All right, let's do a swatch with the tea and cookies.
It's 11 o'clock.
Thanks a lot, computer. So I think this tea and cookies color is a color that a lot of people would really like. It's just, you know, your typical pink that is launched in almost every lip line that is out there. So I'm going to say it's a cool pink. Perfect for the upcoming spring and summer season, but honestly good for any time of year. And then Sandstorm, to me, I would say this is a warm nude. I think NYX describes it as a true nude. So I guess we have some differing opinions about what makes a nude. This is a brown warm nude in my opinion. And you can see that it applies quite a bit darker on my skin than it looks in the tube. But that's probably because I'm fair. If I had a deeper skin tone, then it probably wouldn't look so dark. But yeah, it's definitely not that caramel color that it is on the tube. It's more of a brown. Now, I'm sure that someone would like to see a comparison between the NYX Liquid Suede Sandstorm and the NYX Lip Lingerie in Beauty Mark that I had on yesterday, just to see the difference. And Beauty Mark is definitely more of a deeper chocolate brown, whereas somebody's at my door. Hold on a second. I thought I heard a doorbell. Yes. Okay, so someone just came, but I was about to wrap things up anyway. But yeah, so the Beauty Mark is deeper, darker brown, and the Sandstorm is more like a milk chocolate, I would say. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I would be happy to answer them. One more thing I wanted to mention was I've been getting a lot of very specific requests for videos, and that's fine. I'm more than happy to do some videos that you guys want to see. So if you ever want me to do a specific video, let me know. I'm sure you've noticed that I've been doing some of those lately. But one thing I will say is I'm going to do a combination of videos that you want to see and videos that I want to make. So it's going to be a variety of those two things. And just because you request something doesn't guarantee that I will definitely do it. For example, if you want to see a video about a specific product and I don't own it, my budget is very limited, so I can't necessarily go out and buy a product just to review it for YouTube. I kind of want to review and buy the products that I'm interested in primarily. If I already have the product, I would be more than happy to do a video about something. But there will be times that even though I have a product, I may not want to do a video about it for a variety of reasons. So you can request videos, but that isn't a guarantee that I'll do it. But I will try to do as many as I can if I want to do it. I know that sounds weird, but I think you probably know what I mean. All right, so I think that's it for today. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.